Welcome back, Truth Seeker. This video, dedicated to our friend in Detroit, goes by the name Some Bearded Person. He asked if we could look into the local news in his community, the death of Mike Clark of the Drew and Mike radio show. This death announced today, October 16th, 2018, the date with the deadly numerology. If you're new here, I've written a book about this. I've educated about this pattern for a long time now. When there's a date with numerology of 64 and 44, like today's date, there's often a number of deaths in the headlines. Date numerology 10 plus 16 plus 20 plus 18, 64. Another path 10 plus 16 plus 18, 44. And in the language of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, the value of the word kill is 44 and 64. On the left, you have the alphabetic order. K's the 11th letter, I's the 9th, L's the 12th, L's the 12th. 11 plus 9 plus 12 plus 12, 44. Here's the reverse alphabetic order. You just flip it around. You make Z1, you count back to A is 26. That way, K's 16, I's 18, L's 15, L's 15. You add up the letters, 64. And this is why this pattern happens persistently. This practice of coding numbers into words is called Gematria. There's a song out there by the band Slipknot. It's called Gematria, the Killing Name. There's another song out there called Murder by Numbers. Came out in the year 83. The word murder equals 83 when you flip the alphabetic order around. It's by the Police. It's about how killing people is as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3. It's easy to avoid a little bloodshed if you just drop some poison in somebody's coffee, perhaps. These are the lyrics of this song. Check out these songs if you're not aware, especially Murder by Numbers, because it talks about how this is done and how this is the sport of the elite, murdering people by your ABCs. Today's date numerology also has a life lesson number of 37. You get that by adding the day and month whole, 10 plus 16, and then you add the year digit by digit. So 10 plus 16 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, 37. And notice in our base ciphers, this is the alphabetic order. This is the reverse alphabetic order. This is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. This is the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Detroit, 37 and 44, connecting to the numerology of today's date perfectly. The Drew and Mike show, reverse alphabetic order with rules of numerology, 64, connecting to the date. So the question becomes, why is it that Mike was off and not Drew Lane? Notice Drew Lane has the gematria of 37 and 44, just like Detroit. He survived today. It was Mike Clark who got it. The thing about the name Mike Clark is this. It sums to 38. The name Mike alone, 38. Notice how Mike and death overlap in the four base ciphers. The exact same with the alphabetic order. With the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, the exact same. With the reverse alphabetic order and rules of numerology, the exact same. 3 of the 4 ciphers. If you're new here, a lot of words relating to death connect to 38. Death is 38, murder's 38, killing's 38, RIP's 38. If you look up the movie poster for Murder by Numbers, it's a film as well as a song, you'll notice that the E is changed to a 3 in the word murder, and the B is changed to an 8, 3 and 8. None of the other letters are manipulated, just the 3 and 8. Murder has that gematria of 38 and 83 in the base ciphers. Numbers of death again and again. Cover it every week. Every week there's suspicious deaths in the headlines, and it's always the same numbers hanging around. And again, when this month comes, or this numerology comes around once a month, it's the same thing every single month. A suspicious death, an untimely death, sometimes even a lot younger than 63, which Mike Clark was. And the thing about him being 63, they said he died in the middle of the night. I can't find anywhere if it specifies if he died October 15th or if he died October 16th, the day of the news. I've read a few articles now that are out there. None of them specify which day. They just say he died overnight. And yesterday had 63 date numerology. 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 18. Dead at 63 is this man. His last day alive was a date with 63 numerology. Just in case you missed my work earlier, there was a national news story about the death of this man, Denisoff, the the man who runs the Love Ranch down in Las Vegas, legal prostitution. Again, his death today, October 16th, 2018. He actually died today. I should also point out that today, October 16th, leaves 76 days left in the year. Blood sacrifice, 76. You see how this headline emphasized Love Ranch? Love Ranch has that gematria of 44, as well as 46. It's like execution. 46 connects to sacrifice, like how Genesis 46 begins with a sacrifice. And the word ranch alone, as in Love Ranch, just the alphabetic order is 44. He was 72 years old. He'd worked for HBO. Dead on the 16th. HBO means home box office. He just turned 72 years old. Notice, dead on the 16th, HBO 16. 72 years old, home box office 72. So, that last name, Hoff, has that gematria 20 like death. Dennis also has that gematria 97 like death. We were just looking at those numbers with Mike. You see. So sadly, next month, when this type of date numerology rolls around, you can bank on it. I'll be doing here videos talking about the latest people to be killed by the same repetitive code in the world of entertainment. This happens again and again. Thanks for the heads up, some bearded person. Appreciate the support and you tipping us off to this story. One more piece of evidence for what needs to be stopped in this world. Until next time, Truth Seeker.